No, you're insane!
Hello, and welcome to the Madhouse, episode 46. I'm your host, Ultimate Spy 53, and joining me this week, I have...
It is I, the bird of prey.
Oh, me.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Kaylee. Back
Hello.
at it again with the podcast.
Yay!
Hey.
So, this week is pretty awesome. We got some, we had a podcast about this before, but it was more a speculation podcast. We finally have information about the movie Avengers Infinity War and confirmed characters. We had a production video, day one. We had Robert Downey Jr., we had Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Star-Lord respectively. And Tom Holland downright confirmed his role in the movie, which is awesome. So, what do you think of this?
I've seen it, so nice.
Yeah,
It looks good.
I'm really excited about it.
I'm a little confused on how Spider-Man is gonna be in space, unless of course they incorporate the Iron Spider armor.
I want to see that actually. I want to see that kind of thing.
Space Spider.
But one thing that is not going to be in the movie at all, and this is because I was scheduling things, is the Defenders. The last time we had a podcast about the movie was when we had ideas like could they be in it, and now it's unlikely it's going to be happening because the Defenders series is filming at the same time as Infinity War. So chances of that happening are slim because they can't really do that. I mean, unless they somehow finish filming Defenders and then get them into last few months of filming or something, because this movie is going to be filming for a year, which is insane.
I like the design. It looks like it's gonna be pretty good
It
looking in terms
actually,
of
I mean, the Defenders thing. Let me put this outside for a little bit over there. From the set design on the first day, from when they were all sending in the area, it looks. I mean, I've got a little article about the theory about that is that some people say that the set from where they were standing on day one looks like same set that Tony is envisioned, like he's in Age of Ultron when Tony is corrupted by Scarlet Witch and he's shown the Vision. That exact same set is what we supposed to see in this set design. So this whole set we see is supposed to be Tony's vision of the end of the Avengers or something. I don't know. If you've seen that,
that's really pretty cool.
if you've seen that scene from Age of Ultron, you know what I'm talking about. Well, it's the scene. So when Tony Stark goes into the bunker area, and then Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are right next to him, and then Scarlet Witch does her little magic thing, and then Tony Stark's I don't know, possessed or something, and he's seeing this vision of the end of the Avengers, and then we see the giant worms from Avengers 1 come through it. Apparently, according to people, the set we saw from this day one footage when they were talking about the movie is of the exact same set. Now, we don't actually know this, but it's a theory. I mean, I think it's pretty cool, honestly. But,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as for the Defenders, I'm kind of annoyed by this fact that we're not going to see them in the new movie. I mean, if we're going to see it at all, it might be the next one, because they're shooting this movie back-to-back with Avengers 4, as well as the Defenders series shooting back-to-back with Jessica Jones Season 2. So, chances of us seeing the Defenders meeting the Avengers is slim unless we have the Avengers 4. So, I mean, we're gonna see them in they're gonna be filming for a year, so yeah.
Wait, where? Here?
Yeah, no, they're currently filming in Atlanta at Pinewood Studios, place where people shoot a lot of movies. They're gonna be shooting Avengers Infinity War and Avengers 4 back to back for a year. So from what we've seen so far from that little video, what do you guys think of it?
Yeah, I can.
My audio thing isn't showing. There we are. Thank you. So I just looked something up because I know that Adam Warlock is in the original comics Infinity War.
Yeah.
And I just looked up his wiki page, and it's actually been confirmed by James Gunn that he was in the cocoon in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
That cocoon that disappeared.
Yeah.
I remember what...
So he will be in Infinity War.
He will, really? Huh.
That's confirmation.
Interesting.
That is on.
I mean, I mean, the one thing that made me flip out is when, I think it was Kevin Feige, he confirmed that, the Avengers will meet the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then we see a promo, art of a Rocket Raccoon standing side by side with Thor. I'm so excited for that. That is gonna be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's gonna be awesome, or do you think it's kind of, I mean, one thing that I read about the article is that Thor is not wielding Mjolnir. In the art from that video, it shows him not wielding the staff, the hammer we know. In fact, wielding another hammer. The theory is that that hammer is actually from the Ultimate Comics. I haven't read the Ultimate Comics because I'm an idiot, but apparently that's the idea, is that either it's a different hammer or it's the same hammer but from a different, like a different comic series based off of that or something.
I'm sorry, my sister just interrupted me.
Right, I don't really have a whole lot of, I don't really follow this particularly close,
Yeah.
just because I'm a big Marvel DC fan, but I do think that it's actually a movie that'll be worth seeing.
I mean, that's fine, yeah.
I mean, I don't read the comics either, but I've seen like I've looked into the stuff. I mean, I think it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have so many characters in this movie. I mean, we talked about this before on on the show, but we have more information now. We can actually talk about it and, you know, have more ideas.
Also, if you are a huge Chris Pratt fan,
Mhm.
who was in Lego Movie, Guardians of the Galaxy, let's see, Jurassic World, and now officially Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
And Passengers.
Passengers, yeah.
Yeah.
But I found that any movie that I have seen that has Chris Pratt playing
Yeah.
the lead role is just hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, the one I was really when there was another video that posted, I think it was Robert Downey Jr.'s Facebook Live event. He posted, and it was basically a video that like where secretly Tom Holland behind the camera was feeding him questions, and then we have the Russo brothers come on set and, you know, ask, hey, we're starting to shoot a scene, and then we have Chris Pratt come out in costume as Star-Lord, like, hey, we're gonna film a scene. What are you doing? You're like, I'm answering questions. It's like a really comedic little fun thing, you know. And then we turn around, and it's like, and then we see Tom Holland in the dots. It's like, oh my gosh. And that confirms that Spider-Man is gonna be in Avengers Infinity War, which is so awesome, cause we never thought that would actually happen. I mean, he was like really geeking out, but like I remember when I first saw the first Avengers movie with my pals, it was awesome. But now being on this set, it's amazing that I'm actually gonna be in the movie. It's like, you know what, Tom? I feel you. I want to be in your position right now. I do.
Yeah, doesn't everyone want to be in that position of at least being an extra, or if not actual character?
Exactly. It's amazing that I'm actually in this movie. Like, yeah, Tom, you're pretty lucky. We're jealous of you. Give us a role in that movie.
Characters and extras. I am hoping that this comic series that went from 2002 to 2005 was fixed. Runaways, also by Marvel, and I really want there to be a movie about it, or at least a TV show. Favorite character, Victor Mancha, is an android.
Oh, really?
So,
well, I remember in the little teaser video for the announcement, they had a board that had, I think, Thor's hammer, and then a book that was apparently the Infinity Gauntlet comic, which I have not read. Yeah, I'm stupid. But apparently, I know. Kevin Feige said that I think it was on the table, and it's like, apparently we had the idea is that book is the Infinity Gauntlet comic book, and it's supposed to be influenced by the new movie, which is not surprising, because why would there not be? Or would it not be influenced? I mean, we got it's about Thanos, so, you know, he's the main villain. I mean, the one thing I really wanted to...
Yeah.
What was that? What?
I mean, Thanos is the villain.
Yeah,
so,
of course. We've known that since...
I gotta make it about him.
We've known that since Avengers 1. Now the one thing I was on Facebook earlier, and I saw art for something that's not gonna happen because it's timing, all but timing right now. It's Spider-Man, the Tom Holland version, like on a web, and then we have the Charlie Cox Daredevil, the good one, not the crappy one. Like on his like I think it was like below the poster, but it's like I like to see Charlie Cox's Daredevil side by side with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Chances of that unlikely because they're shooting two of them at the same time. They can't. That's my problem. I'm like, oh, Kevin Feige says, wait, everyone's there. Does that mean the Defenders? Oh yeah, not gonna happen right now because they're filming Defenders at the same time as Infinity War. So unless they make room at the last second for them in next Avengers movie, we're not gonna see them. And I want to see them. It'd be awesome. But
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing I'm looking forward to out of this movie the most is seeing the Guardians of the Galaxy meeting up with the Avengers. If that means, I mean, the idea was like, oh, well, at the end of Civil War, we had, Tony Stark and Steve Rogers parting ways, and then Steve Rogers lost the ability to be Captain America. It's like, oh no, he dropped his shield. That means he can't be Captain America anymore. What?
That doesn't necessarily mean he's no longer Captain America.
Well, for now, at
that
least.
was prominent in the series because briefly he did actually stop being Captain America. He became a person who stood for no country. He was called Nomad for a while.
Oh wow.
That's kind of interesting.
But I'm interested to see like if I think it's the idea of the one of the synopsis or something was that Star-Lord, or I think it's Thor or something. Thor and Star-Lord come to Tony Stark or come to Captain America to Steve Rogers, and asks him to cut him out of being come out of and try to assemble the disbanded Avengers and come together to face Thanos. I mean, when I went to the Wikipedia page about this movie, it says Chris Evans as Steve Rogers, not Captain America, but Steve Rogers. So maybe we'll see him pick up the shield one last time to fight Thanos or something. I'm hoping that'll be a thing, because that makes sense. Because if he dropped his shield because Tony Stark's like that shield doesn't belong to you. My father made that shield, and then it's like, oh crap, we have.
Actually, in the comics, Steve Rogers full shield.
Right.
In fact, he actually gets a full shield from Black Panther.
Really?
Yeah. Am I the only avid Marvel fan in the room?
Well,
right now?
I am, but I just haven't gotten around to read the comics yet. More like the comics I haven't really gotten to read.
I've read 90% of the comics that I have been handed, including Power Pack.
I will try, I swear. I will force myself to read the comics. But
Power Pack, because it is hilarious, but a little bit confusing.
I mean, the one thing that we know a lot. What is it?
What, Power Pack?
No, you were gonna say something.
Oh no.
Okay. So one thing we know. I mean, we have more information now, but I mean, one thing that we know is that we're gonna have to figure out like how are the Guardians gonna meet the Avengers? Like how are they gonna get there, and is each character? Because I think the thing is the problem with having all these characters, having like 67 characters, is if you have 67 characters, that's like 2 minutes per character. You can't. That's gonna be impossible. Like seriously, how are you gonna fit all those characters on one screen? That's the thing. I mean, you can't physically do that. That's where we're gonna have to figure out like how we're gonna. I mean, they've already confirmed a lot of characters already. I mean, things we didn't even know. Last time we had a podcast about this movie, we didn't even know if Spider-Man was gonna be in there. We assumed he was, but we don't. But now we officially know he's gonna be in there, and we know the Guardians are gonna be there, but the Defenders probably not because they're filming now. So.
Technically, they could have. Continue.
I'm honestly excited to see I wonder if Groot and all the others are gonna be in there too.
I'm just interested about the reaction. The Avengers are gonna react to all these other characters from the space portion of the universe, and like how Hulk is gonna react to Baby Groot or whatever Groot form is taking, because he might be bigger than current Groot. But I'm just interested to see like how all these characters from the Avengers team are gonna react to all these characters from the Space Guardians. Like, how are they gonna react to, like, Star-Lord and everyone, like, especially Baby Groot. That's gonna be fun.
And of course, because Guardians of the Galaxy 2 did leak the,
Yeah.
basically the character Mantis
Yeah.
is a telepath.
Which I'm really excited for. That movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy team.
I'm definitely planning on going opening night to that movie. It's gonna be awesome. That
Also,
Mantis I'm very excited for.
May or may not, Vance Astro in Infinity War.
Wait, who?
Astro.
Astro?
He is from the 31st century, and he actually is from the future, and that's the actual original Guardians of the Galaxy team. He
Oh.
went back in time paradox.
Oh, really?
And went to fix it in the 21st century.
Wow.
And he was on ice that entire time, and the present-day Guardians of the Galaxy found him, and
Wow.
basically brought him out of the ice, much like Captain America. And coincidentally, he had Cap's shield.
What?
Yeah.
That's not cool. That's
Well,
like.
no, that was future Cap's shield.
Oh. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alternate
So-
universes, all that stuff. Feature, yeah.
It was a little weird, but pretty fun. So I'm hoping that if they do bring him in, they also bring references to the 31st century Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be interesting.
It would be. I mean, one thing that I found out before this huge announcement was because I've been reading up on the Infinity War stuff, and one thing that I found out that I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks, but I guess it'll work out in the end. So Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays Doctor Strange, he's gonna be in the movie, but because he's filming another movie right now, he can't film everything. Like he can't, because of his scheduling, he can't be in the entire movie, or in terms of like he can't be there all the time. So they're gonna have to like use a double to replace him, and then apparently he's gonna when he wherever his face needs to be seen, they'll reshoot scenes. But that's annoying, cause like, well, I mean, the really cool thing about this year is we're gonna have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man: Homecoming, and then we're gonna have a buddy cop 3 road trip movie with Hulk, Thor, and Doctor Strange, which is gonna be awesome. But I'm more curious to see how all these characters are gonna change by the time we get to Infinity War, especially all the ones you've seen so far, because this is like the culmination of the Marvel Universe up to now. Kevin Feige said it himself in the video. This is literally the culmination of everything you've seen since the first Iron Man movie, which is exciting. I mean, I'm really excited for this movie, but the one thing that I think I'm more curious about is how all of these characters are going to be affected, because especially since the Civil War happened, everyone was affected by it. Like, everything was affected by the Soviet Accords. Everything changed. You know, Steve Rogers put down the shield. He's a, quote, not Captain America anymore. So it's like, what's going to happen? How is everyone going to be changed? Especially, you know, when they meet the Guardians, it's going to be like, why is there a talking tree? Why is there a talking raccoon? What the hell? It's going to be really weird.
Yeah.
Just imagine Sport's face when he sees, and then he's like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
He's gonna see it, and he's gonna think it's a plant, but then he's gonna be like, "Oh my god, it's moving! Kill it with fire!"
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be awesome.
Like 99%, that's what's gonna happen.
There are gonna be so many characters in the movie, especially. I mean, what I'm really excited about is seeing the Guardians meet the Avengers, or at least what's left of the Avengers. We're gonna have so many characters in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if the scene is gonna be where we're like, "Hi, I'm Tony Stark." I don't even know. I'm trying to figure this how everyone would meet, but it's gonna be really awesome. I mean, we know it's gonna be shooting for a whole year, which is a lot. I mean, this is the first Marvel movie that's gonna be shooting for a year, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm not quite sure on that, but I'm pretty sure this is the first Marvel movie that's gonna be shooting for a year, which is insane. But you know, I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be pretty
There are
awesome.
So many things that you have to include in the Infinity War, and that is including the last actual Infinity
Yeah.
that we
Well,
don't
we
know what
still don't know
it
what the last one is. We finally discovered what the fifth one is, which is the Eye of Agamotto from Doctor Strange, but we don't know the sixth one.
and that's time.
Yeah, we don't know if it's gonna
Well,
pop up in the
we
next
have
movie.
space,
Yeah, we have
we
the
have reality,
yeah,
we have time,
and
we have
yeah,
space, time, reality, soul.
Wait, so you can literally travel in
We
time.
haven't seen the soul one yet. We've seen power.
yeah, and then I think wait, what was the Eye of Agamotto one? Is that the time? Was that the soul? Or no, that's not. Wait, is that right?
Ayavakimoto was time.
Okay, that makes sense.
Tesseract was space. The ether was reality.
The orb.
Gem is the vision's gem.
The orb is.
The orb was power,
Okay, right. All right, that makes sense.
which means the soul gem.
Right. I mean that's.
Warlock.
Oh, so that might be. He
For
might.
those of you who aren't avid comic geeks, Adam Warlock has a gem in him, much like Vision does, but he
Yeah.
gets reincarnated every time he dies.
Right.
Really?
Huh.
Yep.
Cool.
That's cool.
Who gets
I'm
reincarnated
literally
every time
staring
he dies?
at the wiki page right now.
Who reincarnates every time he dies?
Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be one of the best Marvel movies we've seen yet. I mean, I'm still excited for the ones that are coming out this
Not
year,
only dies,
but
before I forget, Thanos not only kills Adam Warlock to get the Infinity Gem embedded in Adam Warlock's forehead,
mhm.
then Adam Warlock gets revived, comes back, and steals the Infinity Gauntlet later. Yeah. So
Interesting.
he's still around,
Right.
and the Infinity Gem is still in the Gauntlet, technically, unless of course you count the Illuminati series, which is way different.
Right.
Don't even get me started on that, because that's more recent, but I don't really care for
Right.
that much, but...
But for this movie, what do you?
Warlock again? Is he the scientist?
He's a character
No,
from.
Adam Warlock is the guy in the cocoon that we have not yet seen, but we know is in there.
Oh,
We know it's in the
He's
in the movie. James Gunn has admitted
Yeah.
that Adam Warlock will be in Avengers Infinity.
okay.
And also, James Gunn confirmed that he's going to be executive producer on the movie, which is honestly awesome. That's just because his own character is going to be in the movie, so why not him help out and produce it or something? 'Cause that was what he said. I mean, this is going to be one of the best movies in the Marvel universe by far because it's a culmination of everything. So I mean, we already got a lot of characters. We're going to have a lot of new faces too. I think Captain Marvel's gonna be in the movie too. Just kind of like how they incorporated Spider-Man and Black Panther in Civil War. They're gonna do the same thing with Captain Marvel, which is gonna cut her own movie after Infinity War, which is awesome. But overall, this movie, from what I've seen so far, it's gonna be one of the it's going to be more exciting movies because it's gonna have a lot of characters. I mean, you've seen the stuff we have so far. We already have like Chris Pratt being amazing because who didn't like Chris Pratt? I mean, come on, he's freaking Star-Lord, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more interested to see
I mean,
what
Chris Pratt is just hilarious. in
he is.
Any role.
I mean, I'm more excited to see Star-Lord meeting. I'm excited to see Star-Lord meeting Iron Man. That's gonna be awesome, because they're similar. They're maybe not similar, but they're kind of they're leader of their own team, I guess. Because Guardians is gonna be I want to set up for the movie, but I feel like they're gonna change Thanos again because he's gone through two designs, and that's why I did not like when I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 for the first time. I did not like the new change. I'm like, what happened to Thanos? Why does he look like this? And then I realized, well, it's only recasting, but it's also his new look, because there was another actor who played Thanos at the end of the Avengers 1 movie, apparently a different actor, and I was surprised to see Thanos looking like this, like, the hell? And then, of course, by the time Avengers Age of Ultron came around, the end credits, I'm like, okay, now I'm actually kind of scared of this character. Like, what's he gonna do? He's gonna be pretty nasty. I mean, he's gonna be amazing, but like, he's gonna be the most powerful villain of the entire Marvel universe. Like, I think that one of the things that Kevin Feige described in the little video announcement was that Thanos is one of the most powerful characters that the Avengers have ever come across. Like, they're gonna have to use all their strength, and they might not even beat Thanos at all because he's so powerful. And actually, I think in the comics, I haven't read the comics, but I think one of the panels I saw from a video, there was a panel that showed Spider-Man getting his ass kicked by Thanos. Like, Thanos lifting Spider-Man up in the air. It's like, yeah, he's gonna get fucked because he's Thanos. But I'm just really excited about this movie because it's gonna be awesome, and we have a lot of information so far. Like, I like how, I'm liking how the casting is going for the movie. We have Tom Holland. I mean, come on, you got Tom Holland. He's. I mean, one of the things I was watching the Civil War Blu-ray features, and I noticed that they were actually they were. I'm liking how the fact that they yeah, what.
I gotta go for a bit.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
But one of the things I noticed is that they didn't choose Tom Holland just because they could, but they chose him based off of what he could do. Because if you've seen a lot of the stuff he can do, he can actually prove that he's Spider-Man, and that's what makes him a really good choice for casting. I mean, it's not just because he's the youngest actor, but also they chose him based off what he can do and his acting skills. And I'm actually. I mean, the one thing I did not like about the new Spider-Man is the fact that they overused CGI in the movie, Civil War. I felt like they didn't need to use all that CG, which is unnecessary. I don't really understand why they did that. Like, it doesn't really make sense. Do you have any theories about that?
Me?
No. Well, you too. Yeah. What do you think of that?
Oh, I don't know. It's like really, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, but
I mean, it looks interesting.
Interesting.
It does.
I mean, the one thing I did. I mean, like I said before, the whole thing with Spider-Man in Civil War, I wasn't a big fan of how they handled the CG because then I found out that it was when they did motion capture for Spider-Man. Like, why would you do that? There's no reason to do motion capture. It's just the word. I mean, that motion capture is an okay thing to do with some movies, but with this movie, I just thought it was unnecessary because it didn't need it. But in Infinity War, I think it's gonna be amazing because we have a lot of characters, like I said before, that are gonna be in the movie that we've been with since day one, like since the first Avengers movie, and everyone's characters' design changed drastically. I've actually seen a lot of Facebook things because each character in the Marvel universe has changed. Like, their costume has changed drastically through each movie, especially Tony Stark. His armor has changed the most. In fact, we're getting a new armor for Spider-Man Homecoming, which is apparently supposed to be based off of the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, or the Ultimate Iron Man comic, apparently. It's gonna have like a gray design with red. But for Infinity War, which is filming now, which has been almost a month in production, I'm just more interested in just seeing how everything's gonna fit. Like, the puzzle pieces we need to know, like the Infinity Gauntlet, everything we need to know about the movie. I'm still wondering about everything, because yeah, we have more information than we did. We know that Spider-Man's gonna be in it, because I don't know what took so long. Like, I know the whole thing with the rights, like, oh, they couldn't. It's like putting Wolverine in a Avengers movie. You just can't do that. You don't have the rights to do that. But with Spider-Man, I'm more interested. I'm excited to see it, but I'm just wondering what took so long, because like a lot of characters, it happens to all these characters that they have to introduce. Like, they've already, I think they were introducing, well, there are three of them, yeah, three more after Spider-Man. So they introduced Black Panther, they introduced Spider-Man, and they're gonna be introducing Wasp in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and also Captain Marvel. So that's 4 characters they have to introduce, which is a lot. I'm sorry if I'm ranting. I can't help it sometimes. Why don't you talk a bit? Because I've been talking too much.
You know, I really, I honestly don't really feel like talking much. I more feel like listening, because, you know, I don't really know about this, and I could soak up the facts.
Did you see the announcement video?
Yeah, I did.
What do you think of it?
And it looks really cool.
I'm excited. I mean,
like, I know, right?
It looks awesome, especially the little Robert Downey Jr. Question and answer Q&A thing that he did on Facebook. That was really fun to see, because he joked about the cameraman and be like, "My trusty cameraman." It's like, who could he be? And then I realized that not only was he using his Spider-Man voice, but also it was so obvious. It's like, how could you not understand that's Tom Holland behind the camera? I mean, the one thing I'm kind of weird question about is, well, on this production thing, we only see 3 cast members. We only see Robert Downey Jr., Tom Holland, and Chris Pratt. Where is everyone else? Is it just not their turn yet, or what's going on? I'm confused.
That is kind of weird.
Like, we're supposed to see, where's everyone else? Where's Chris Hemsworth? Where are the 3 Chris's? We're supposed to see the 3 Chris's. Why haven't we seen them yet? Why haven't we only seen these characters specifically? Like, I don't understand. There's gotta be a reason for it. I mean, wait, chickened out? You see chickened out? That can't be true. I mean, there's gotta be a reason that these specific characters have been chosen to appear first. I mean, there's no other reason. Because we can't just, let's just pick these characters to be on first. I mean, there's gotta be, I mean, maybe the reason that the only 3 characters are on set is because they are the first to appear. That could be something. That's an interesting idea, is that maybe the reason that we're only seeing three actors is because they're the first to appear. Like, the beginning of the movie, that's them. Like, that's all we get. Like, we get, Star-Lord coming down from Earth with the Guardians, and then him, asking Tony Stark for help, along, while Tom Holland's Peter Parker is there.
That's like, what's gonna happen there?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, why only 3 actors? Where's everyone else? Like, we should have gotten all these other characters. I mean, I understand the Defenders cast is filming, so they can't do it, but like, where's everyone else? Why haven't we gotten all the other Avengers or the Guardians? Where's everyone? I don't understand it. Although
everyone's gonna be sad to find.
Yeah.
To see that.
What was that?
I bet that people are gonna be sad if Groot's not there.
Oh yeah. Well, at least at first. I mean,
come on, it's Groot.
Yeah, the one thing I'm really interested to see is, because in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, we saw we know that Thanos is the adoptive father of both Nebula and Gamora, and now that they're all facing off against Thanos, I'm really interested to see how they're gonna feel about fighting their father. I mean, like, meeting up and then finding out that the biggest threat in the universe is their own dad. I mean, seriously. What? Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, that's right. But that's the one I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna find their own grandfather. How is that gonna work?
I'm curious.
Like, because in the first Guardians, that's the first thing we find out, is that Gamora and Nebula are both the adopted daughters of, is that true? The adopted daughters or the adopted granddaughters? I don't know. So I'm more curious to figure out how they're gonna react to when they come to Earth and they find out that Thanos is the biggest threat, because that's what we learned in Guardians of the Galaxy, is that they're the adoptive daughters of Thanos, I think. Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you. Sorry, we couldn't hear you for a second.
Yay! My mic works again.
Good. So, yeah, I'm more curious to figure out that, like, because in the first Guardians, we learned that they're the adoptive daughters of Thanos. How are they gonna react when they find out that they have to defeat Thanos? Like, oh my god, they're gonna have to defeat their own dad or something. It's like, it's gonna be wild. I don't know how they're gonna react to it, because I mean, I'm Actually, the one thing that's gonna be awesome about the movie is that Drax, he's my favorite character from the Guardians because he's so funny. He's got all this comedy, especially at the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 trailer, where he was laughing about Star-Lord's little thing. He has the best comedy of the members. But I'm more interested. I think he'll be one of the characters that'll be the most comedic out of all of them. I mean, I can't remember if there's a character from the Avengers that actually has any comic relief, but he's gonna be funny.
Gamora has already expressed interest in fighting her own grandfather.
Wait, so how's the family tree? I thought Thanos was the adoptive father, or am I getting that messed up?
I'm going off of the comics.
Oh, well, I'm talking about the movie. I'm talking about Guardians 1.
Okay, if we're going off Guardians 1, then her adoptive father, because she literally says she wants him dead.
Oh, well, that's a good reason to team up with the Avengers, you know?
In the first movie, did you guys not catch that near the end?
I don't remember. Been a while since I've seen it.
Or the fact that she wanted to betray Ronan because she didn't want to fight for her grandfather or father or whatever?
Oh, I think I remember that now.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the whole reason why Gamora was part of the Guardians of the Galaxy in the movie.
wow. I didn't think about that.
She wanted revenge on both Thanos and Ronan. So, yeah.
I see.
I mean,
Interesting.
because Thanos did technically kill her entire family.
Ah, jeez.
Like he did with Drax.
Which I love Drax, by the way. He's so funny, especially in
Oh
Guardians
my gosh,
2.
Drax in Guardians 2 is going to just be
But
freaking hilarious.
Drax in
like him.
Infinity War is gonna be awesome too.
With the trailers with the trailers of the second movie, he's gonna be even more hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
If you guys have seen the scene with Mantis,
Yeah, I have.
Bill, Gamora, and Drax,
I have the ability
that
to
scene is
I have the ability to sense people's feelings.
$1 million to watch that scene
Yeah.
over and over and over.
I remember the line it was I have the ability to sense people's feelings. You feel love, and he's like, no, I don't. Well, yeah, I have a love for everyone else here. No, sexual love for her. No, I don't. And then Drax starts laughing, and he says, "You just told everyone your deepest, darkest secrets. You must be so embarrassed."
Do me that.
that was great.
Literally Drax's line.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember that.
But
That
Yeah.
was...
I'm wondering how that is going to be carried over to Infinity War. How is Drax going to start doing that with the Avengers? Like, the more serious members of the Avengers are going to be like, what is up with this guy? This weird alien is going crazy over nothing.
Well, technically, originally he was actually just an augmented human.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
He
that.
went under experimentation to be able to survive the depths of space.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. I thought it was just a random alien. A random
No.
person.
Drax was actually a professional wrestler before he underwent the augmentation.
I mean, what? I mean, I know that in Guardians 1 he was after Thanos. Or no, it was after Ronan for killing his family. But I wonder how he's gonna react when he finds out that everyone's facing Thanos, because I'm actually more interested to see how they're gonna take down Thanos. Like, how big a threat is Thanos gonna be? I mean, we already know he's gonna be huge, but like, how is his character gonna be in the new movie? Like, how are they gonna do that? I'm more curious about, like, everyone is gonna be fighting Thanos. Maybe not the Defenders, because how can they do that? They're filming the Defenders right now. They can't do that. Although I would like to see the Inhumans in the movie. That's something I would like to see, because the Inhumans TV show is going to be coming to IMAX, and then they're going to be on their own TV show, spin-off of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, I saw a little teaser for everyone in the movie, but what if that, like, apparently Coulson is going to be in the movie, as well as all of the other agents and the Inhumans. I wonder if that's going to be happening. because Agents of Shield is pretty awesome so far, but maybe they could work because like if Coulson comes back from the crossover to the movie from Agents of Shield, everyone's gonna be like, "But Coulson, you died. You died. Like how are you alive?" Like, "Oh yeah, I'm awesome." it's like
No, you don't understand. That was a life model decoy. Tony Stark even says in the beginning, when Phil Coulson calls him, "You have reached the life model decoy of Tony Stark."
Oh.
Leave a message.
Huh.
Yeah, that was supposedly a life model decoy.
But he was pretending.
In the British version, they didn't even show blood.
Oh, but like, that's something that someone's gonna be.
So,
I mean, I think people are saying that that it might happen that we might see Coulson come to the movies again. Although people were like, "Oh, that can't happen because the Avengers are gonna go crazy over the fact that Coulson's alive." But
well, yeah, and they'll probably kill Nick Fury because of that.
But like having the Inhumans on the show, that is gonna be awesome. If they even do that, I hope it will because they're doing an Inhumans TV show right now. But I'm more interested in seeing that because we know a lot more now. We know that Star-Lord and Spider-Man. That'll be awesome. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see Spider-Man geek out over every character, like because in Civil War he was geeking out over everything during the Epic battle. But Spider-Man in Infinity War, geeking out over every character that pops up, like he's gonna start geeking out over Baby Groot or every other character. He's gonna be like, this is gonna be really weird. Because we know that in Civil War, Spider-Man was geeking out over everything. He was geeking out over Winter Soldier, like you have the metal arm, that's awesome. But like when he meets the Guardians, everything's gonna go crazy. It's gonna be really awesome. Probably.
Yeah.
What's supposed to mean? You haven't really said anything. You should talk about what you think of it.
Seems like it should be interesting.
Dude, that's all you've ever said, dude. Like, what do you think of Spider-Man in the movie?
Well, I mean, we don't.
We know a lot more than we did last time.
I
That's
know.
true. So,
I mean, last time we had a podcast about this, we didn't really know much about this, but now we know a lot more, which is good.
No?
I'm more interested to see about how Spider-Man is going to react to everyone else, because he's the youngest member of the quote Avengers, not yet at least. And he's like 15 in the movie, so yeah, I think it'll be awesome. Let's see what anything else you have for this new movie, because we know. I mean, the one thing I'm curious about is what is the set piece they're on. The first thing we see on the production video is the set piece. What is that? Like, I know that people are speculating, that's the same set piece as Tony Stark's vision in Avengers 2, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's something completely different. I don't know. I can't. Anybody have ideas?
I don't really know.
Neither do I. That's the mystery. Is this universe is so huge that it could be anything. I mean, it could. I mean, from what it looks like, it's just a junk pile, or a junk set, which is weird because
Yeah.
what have we seen before that's like junk sort of thing? I don't know. I don't even know. I'm more actually. I think Loki, since Loki's gonna be the movie. Yeah, Loki is going to be in this movie and the next movie. That'll be really fun. We haven't seen him like on set yet, but we know he's gonna be in the movie, which is really cool. I'm more interested to see, yeah, cause Poptartacus here likes Loki a lot. He's a big fan of Loki. We already know that.
Yes, I am.
But I'm more curious because we haven't seen Loki. We will have seen Loki since a year because he's coming back this year in the Ragnarok. But like, how will he be working with Thanos? Because yeah, I know he's gonna be in the movie, but will he be working with Thanos? Will he, be bad again or something? Because we don't know. I mean,
Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting to see.
I'm more interested to see like Thanos in his full armor and floaty chair. Because in the movie he's like in this floating chair. I don't even know how that thing works. Like I don't know how that is. How does that floating chair work at all? Like you just sitting there all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got. So
What?
I just got some pizza, so I'm just like.
Okay.
Oh, you got pizza? Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. Actually, I think
So, but what do you think? Like this floaty chair. I mean, we don't really know how it works, do we? Like, are we gonna see it again in the new movie, or are we gonna see any of it?
I've seen
Hopefully.
sits on
What?
What?
the floating chair that Thanos sits on.
Yeah.
I don't know how that really works either. I mean, I'd imagine some sort of gravity, but like.
Obviously, it's the space. He's a space guy.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think much of that.
I mean, I saw. I think it was back in November or something. They were like getting ready for. They were quote filming. By that it just means that they were getting ready to film. They were getting everything ready to go. They were getting everything set up for filming. And one of the things that was really cool about the set was that Josh Brolin, who plays Thanos in the movie, he was in a purple motion capture suit, which is perfect. Cause like, why would you not do that? Like purple motion capture. That's awesome. That's really cool.
I love that. I love the CGI in that too. That was
He was amazing. He did an amazing job in Guardians 1. Like the scenes where he was in were amazing in that movie. I'm just more interested to see how he's changed since that movie, and like how he's gonna go crazy over all the Avengers. Like, oh, you guys are doomed. I'm gonna destroy all of you. Cause he's the most powerful character. And then like Spider-Man is gonna be like, oh my god, it's this Mad Titan guy. What am I gonna do? Cause he's like the most weird. Spider-Man is like in this version of Spider-Man. I mean, we've seen other versions of Spider-Man before, but like this one is the one that I'm more interested to see. Like, because in Homecoming, we know he's changed since. Well, he hasn't really changed, but we see him in different ways in the new movie. But like in Infinity War, I'm really excited about it because it's gonna be it's for this particular superhero. Like, I wonder if they're gonna capture the same stuff in Infinity War that are the comics. I've seen a little. I've seen snippets from the comics. What if in the movie Thanos picks up Tom Holland's Spider-Man? That'll be really cool. Yeah.
Y'all?
Yeah.
Is that it? That's all you gotta say? Just yeah? So, overall, what do you think of that production diary and that Robert Downey Jr. little funny video that he put up was a question and answer thing? He was really funny. What do you guys think of that?
Kind of just laughing my butt off at it.
Oh yeah.
That's just me being so freaking funny.
I like how they don't take everything seriously. I mean, until the Russo brothers get on set, it's like, hey, what do you guys do? We're doing something here. I like how they don't take things seriously. None of the actors really take anything seriously about the movie. It's like, guys, no big deal. It's just an Avengers movie. Whatever. It's like, no big deal. I think it's really, they're trying to make everything comedy in the movie, where they're making everything not so serious. It's like, no, whatever. It's just a Marvel movie. Whatever. It's like no big deal.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited about it because I want it to come out now. I want to be there. I want to see it. I wanted to see, enjoy it. But it's not out yet. They're gonna be filming for a year. It's a long time to film for a movie. I don't know any other movie in the world that has filmed for that long. Unless I'm mistaken, that has never happened before. Am I right about that, or?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I went to go grab more of this deliciousness right here.
I'm pretty sure that there's not been a movie before that's been filming for that long, because Robert Downey Jr., who plays Iron Man, he already confirmed that they're gonna be filming for a year, which is a hell of a long time to film it for. I mean,
found it long takes to film.
yeah, I know. I mean, the confusing thing is when I read the article, or I read the Wikipedia page about them filming for, it's they're gonna film up until like October, November of this year. But like, if they're filming for a year, that means that they're not gonna be finished filming until January of 2018, which only gives them 4 months to do all that post production. That's only 4 months. How can you gotta have more than that time than that? I mean, I think he might have been over exaggerating, because you can't film for a year and then have your movie out in May. That is not possible. That's what I'm confused about, because I know that Robert Downey Jr., the most expensive actor of all time. I'm not kidding. He is the most expensive Marvel actor to date. He gets a lot of. He's like That's why like they had to sign an extra contract for him to appear in Spider-Man. I mean, like he's one of those actors that is so expensive to hire. Like they have to have a reason to hire him, because like oh yeah, for Spider-Man, there's a reason to hire him. But like for Avengers: Infinity War, that's okay too. But like other things like that, you can't just be like, hey Robert, we need you to pop in this movie real quick for a scene. It's like oh okay, can I have $1 million? Like you can't he's gonna just do that. He's like it's like oh you want me to cameo in your movie? Pay me $1 million. I'll do it. It's like, yeah, sure.
Be paying for more.
That's the thing. You can't just hire him on the spot because you can. It's like, oh, he's Robert Downey Jr. We just hire him because we can't. No, he costs a lot of money to hire. I realized I found I saw some videos about that where I'm like, wow, he is not easy to hire. You can't just hire him because he's Iron Man. You hire him for a reason. He's most expensive. You can't just do that. I mean that's why I'm like I was really excited to see him on set for the first time. Although what's really weird is the fact that the production diary said January 23rd, which was over a week ago. That was weeks ago. Like that doesn't make sense at all. Like how can they be filming day one when it's been more than one day? I don't understand. What do you think?
The math doesn't add up at all.
It doesn't make sense if they're doing day one. Poptartacus, what do you think of this idea of having, because the production diary said January 23rd. It's been a week since that happened. They can't be on day one.
If it took
It's been more like 2 weeks actually.
Yeah, it's been like that long since they can't have been on day one.
I mean, if January 23rd and now they're on day one, then no.
Unless
they've definitely been filming for quite a while.
Unless they're like, oh yeah, well, we have a day one video. Here you go. Like,
time, we have Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Finishing up.
Right.
If not, is finished with Spider-Man: Homecoming.
He is finished. Yeah, they finished it.
Then we have him in Avengers: Infinity War. So I
Yeah.
don't think they've been on day one yet.
But
I think they've passed day one.
how can they just now give us a day one production video when they've been filming for weeks? Like, why haven't they given us day two yet?
No.
Like, come on. Where's our day two video yet? Like, I don't understand. Like, they.
Where's our day 990?
Exactly. It's like, come on. Where's our extra days? We should have gotten, like, what can't you do on Spider-Man? Or Civil War? Where's production diary? Day 100. Great.
Where's our production diary on Iron Man 1?
Exactly. Why did they just do this for this particular movie? Maybe it's the biggest movie ever, and they're just like, you know what? Here you go. Here's a production diary. Here we go. Like, this is what's going on. Like.
Well, yeah. I mean, with the whole Superman versus Batman. Oh, we're not gonna follow Marvel's lead.
Exactly.
Totally not. We're gonna do our own thing, which is just one giant movie, then little movie.
Which is gonna suck, by the way.
You realize Marvel made a whole shit ton of money.
Exactly.
With their little movies, then combining them to make one giant movie.
Exactly.
You realize that, right?
Yep.
Marvel
I'm just.
made a shit.
I mean, it's gonna be awesome regardless, but. And that's the thing that the Marvel is doing way better than DC is, with, like, they already starting on this movie.
I was literally just mentioning.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm really excited about it because I'm interested to see how each Avenger is gonna react to the Guardians and how everyone else is gonna react to Thanos. Cause like, oh my God, Thanos? Who's this guy?
God, Thanos.
Who the fuck is Thanos? Like people who don't even know in the Marvel characters don't know who Thanos is. Like, who's this guy? Why are we fighting him? It's like,
Yeah.
Like, what did he ever do to us? Like, dude, he's just gonna destroy the universe. Like, oh, okay, count me in.
Then in that case, let's fight him.
It's like
incompetent.
exactly. It's like, who the fuck are you? I'm Thanos. I'm going to destroy you all and the universe. Oh, okay, count me in. I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna defeat you. It's like, you know. What was that, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, seriously. Can you idiots get any more idiotic?
I know.
What was that, Steven?
Can you idiots get any more idiotic?
I was talking to Steven. He was saying something. I didn't hear him.
I forget what I said.
You were saying something about Thanos or something? Remember?
Yeah, no.
Okay, never mind. So
Sorry.
I think we should wrap up here. I'm honestly looking forward to this movie. I'm just wondering how everyone's gonna react because we know that Spider-Man. Why was it so hard to say that Spider-Man could be in the movie? I know that Sony and Marvel are on their own deal where they're like, oh wait, we can't disclose any information about if Spider-Man's gonna be here in the movie. But it's like, yeah, I'm Tom Holland. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna be in the movie. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be in the movie. It's like, you know what? Although, what were those dots on his face when we in that Robert Downey Jr. little question and answer video? What were those dots for? I mean, they did the same thing with Vision, Paul Bettany's character. They put dots on his face. I don't understand that. Now they're putting dots on Tom Holland's face. I don't.
Oh no, that's basically face editors. It's special effects stuff.
Oh, okay. That's cool. But I'm really looking. I mean, the first concept art we got was Rocket Raccoon next to Thor. That's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be flippin' awesome. I mean, how could you go wrong with that? I mean, seriously, that's the best. That's the best.
No way.
That's the best thing ever. But overall, seeing Chris Pratt on set, being his comedic self, he's gonna be serious, and he's also gonna be comedic because we all know Star-Lord's always that comedic guy, especially in the first one. He was very comedic. I mean, he's gonna be awesome in the second movie of Guardians, but in Infinity War, he's gonna be flippin' awesome. He's just gonna be the best guy ever. I mean,
I cannot wait for Hulk and Thor Ragnarok.
oh yes, and Doctor Strange.
Oh, it looks interesting.
You just say that about every movie you've seen, dude.
Yeah, I know I do.
You just say, oh, it's interesting.
Oh, okay.
We should probably wrap it up.
Anyway, but yeah, I think that'll do it. I think we've exhausted this topic of amazingness that the Infinity War is going to be the best movie of 2018. I'm excited about it. I'm excited that they're finally saying, hey, we're in production now. Here's a video for it. Yes. So.
I think they've been in production for about maybe a month or two.
Almost.
And they've
just now said we're doing it now.
been...
It's like, you could have told us that back in January. It's like, you know? But anyway, yeah, I think...
Yeah, I mean, heck, they could have told us on December 31st.
Exactly. Well, they hadn't started until the 15th of January, so... But anyway, I think that'll be doing it for this week's episode. If you enjoyed listening to us talk about this amazing announcement, then make sure to drop a like. That'll probably help us out. And while you're at it, make sure to subscribe to Steve Kovac's channel. He makes, you know, multi-piece and other gaming stuff. Poptartacus Games makes vlogs and animations. And yeah, make sure to subscribe to this channel if you're new. And hopefully you like this video, or sorry, this podcast. And we will see you next week for the next episode. Alright, thank you for listening. Alright, bye.
Alright, bye-bye.